Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Battle of the Day. That's right, it is that time of year again. All the legislatures across the state are starting to introduce bills, at least those that are in session. And obviously, Congress is moving on firearms-related legislation. So this is where we give you an opportunity to do at least one thing today in order to help protect and advance your right to keep and bear arms. Now, today's Battle of the Day is going to be real simple because you've heard about this one before. We're talking about H.R. 4909. Now, this is an important bill. It's important for this reason. Well, I'll get back to why it's important, but let's first talk a little bit real briefly about what it does. Now, what this does is that it's a bill that's based on an old program from back in 1968 in order to help promote safe schools. It's 1968. Now, this is a bill that actually removes money from things like metal detectors and real security programs and tools that will help make schools safer. And it actually puts it into things like mandatory reporting programs via apps and things like that. Things that will have people calling in to report. Basically, it's kind of a report your neighbor type of a program. In the end, whether you believe these programs are effective or not, that's really not the issue that we have in particular with 4909, or at least the main problem that we should have. The main problem is the attempt to put fixed NICS into this particular measure. Now, fixed NICS is supposed to be a program that is supposed to improve our background check system. Unfortunately, I think we all kind of know it really doesn't. What it does is it provides money to the states and says, hey, you guys really need to be doing this, and we're going to mandate that you provide information back to us showing us that you're doing it. Now, there's a number of issues with fixed NICS, whether this bill is on there or not. There's a number of issues in this bill that are in fixed NICS that are issues. But here's the real thing. The real thing, what it comes down to is this, is that fixed NICS, all of the language that they're looking at attaching to H.R. 4909 was already in H.R. 38. Now, why are they asking would they include it again in this bill? Because then they can, if it gets in and they pass it over to the Senate, well, then the Senate is going to vote on this bill, 4909, and ignore H.R. 38. Now, why is that important? It's important because H.R. 38 includes national concealed carry reciprocity. That means if you have a concealed carry permit in your state, then that concealed carry permit, it will be required to be recognized in every state that has concealed carry. So that's important because we need that bill to get a vote. We believe that if it actually gets a vote, we have a strong belief that this measure is going to pass and we're finally going to get concealed carry reciprocity. So we need your support. We need you to go, first of all, we need you to go to firearmspolicy.org/actions, look for H.R. 4909, and make sure that your message is sent telling them to vote no on H.R. 4909. It's a do-nothing bill, so it's really not going to help if it passes, but let's make sure that this is not a vehicle that they're able to use in order to take away our right to be able to exercise our right to bear arms in other states. So let's make sure that is done. That is today's Battle of the Day. There's also going to be a phone number. There's also a phone number in the description to this video. If you just follow that description, it'll take you to where it is that you need to go, and you'll be able to make a phone call, and you'll be able to call your representative, both in the Senate and the House, in order to be able to make sure your voice is heard. I want to thank you guys for being a part of today's Battle of the Day. Remember, this is a fight for civil rights. We got to use them, or we're going to lose them.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.